Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 586 for May 11th, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about people who live in glass houses throwing stones and people who live in stone homes playing with glass. Now when they say that when you live in a glass house you shouldn't throw those stones, that's an old metaphor. And basically what that means is if your stuff ain't straight, if you know that it's holes all in your game, if you know that you're real sensitive about certain things, then you know, if somebody reveals certain things about you or says certain things about you that you get all sensitive about it, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you don't say nothing bad to anybody else. You know, it'd be like if you was cheating on your wife, yet you always have something to say about people who cheat on their spouses. You living in a glass house, homie. You can't be talking about that. Because, as they say, what's done in the dark will eventually come out in the light. And that's a true statement. So whatever you're doing out there, somebody is checking it out. And they going to, get their little young whistle blow on. It ain't going to be sweet. Not saying that you're going to get caught out there, maybe not the first time, second time, whatever. But eventually, something's going to happen to you. So you need to not, put yourself in situations where the light can be shined on you. In other words, you know that you live in a glass house. Now think about what a glass house is. A glass house is transparent. You can see right through it. Just like when you are doing something that you ain't got no business doing in your life, people can see it. They can see it. Some people acknowledge it. Some people act like it's not there, but people can see it. So, if you go around, judging people in a bad way, eventually people gonna look at you like, yo, well, what's up with this thing that I see you doing on a daily basis? Like, how you explain that? That's how it go. Somebody gonna say something to somebody about you. As simple as that. So you got to be careful. You got to keep your shit straight, basically. And it's always, just like we were talking about yesterday, it's always the people that are the most sensitive that talk the most. They're always the ones coming out their mouth all reckless and crazy. They live in a glass house, so they're easily broken. Easily broken. Think about glass. It ain't hard to break glass. I don't care how thick it is. It's not going to be able to stand up against stone, something much harder than it is. Now then, on the flip side of this, you have people who live in stone homes that play around with glass. In other words, they have done things to get their lives together. So an example of this might be like people who used to be on drugs and they're no longer drug addicts. They done got clean and everything. Now they want to go around all of their friends that are still getting high. They want to talk shit. So they want to, they want to encourage everybody to stop getting high, to stop using drugs, to get clean and all of that. Totally not taking into account that when they probably got clean, they might not have been ready to get clean, but they knew that they had to. So when it's your time, it's your time. So if you start teasing people about it not being their time to do whatever it is that you want them to do or that you think that they should do, there's always going to be a problem. And it ain't really right, because even though it seems as though you live in a stone home, in other words, you're strong and people can't see through you, the big bad wolf can't blow your house down, that's not really true. Everybody has some kind of sensitivity to them. Everybody has a soft spot. Everybody has an insecurity about themselves. Something about themselves that they don't really like and they hope that nobody else notices. Some people even put the part that they like out there to try to get used to people ridiculing it so it don't hurt them as much. But even when they do that, there's something else inside that they're keeping a secret. So their real soft spot may appear to be on the outside, but where it really is in here. Where it really is in there. That's where all of your fears, worries, stresses. That's where all of them are. That's where they store them, in your heart and in your mind. You don't have to show it. It comes out. So, people who live in stone homes telling everybody what they should do. Well, you need to get your shit together. You need to get your finances together. You need to be a better parent. You need to do this. You need to do that. That's how people who live in stone homes do all the time. Now, people who live in glass houses do the same shit, but ain't nobody really trying to hear that from them because you can see that they have the same problems. It ain't cool. The best thing that I think that you can do is try to be more understanding of people. And you got to slow walk them. You have to be patient. People get right when it's time for them to get right. When they feel like it's time for them to get right, that's when they take steps to do it. Not on anybody else's clock. Not on anybody else's time. When they feel like the time is right and they are exhausted of all other options, that's when they decide to get right. And that's regardless of what getting right means. It can mean getting off drugs. It can mean getting a better job. It can mean getting a job. It can mean stop selling drugs, or hustling or whatever. It can mean stop gambling. It can mean stop drinking. It can mean stop cheating. It can mean stop lying. It can mean stop practicing reckless behavior. It can mean a whole lot of things. But when you know that it's your time, then you're going to use that time. Simple as that. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it's somebody's time for them to get right, then they will get right. They will use that time to their advantage. They will be who they were meant to be. You can't force somebody to work on your timeline. You can't force somebody to be great for you. You just gotta sit back, relax, chill, and be patient. But patience is a virtue, and the most patient of people are normally the happiest people, because they don't allow things to get to them. They're just like a hunter. They're able to, wait for things to happen, and then they strike at the right time. It takes patience to do that. Tonight, on the Urban Therapy with Son show, we're talking about plenty of kids, not enough parents. So we're talking about kids, having multiple kids by multiple baby dads or multiple baby moms, and how you are able to raise them to be well adjusted with issues of fairness and justice and all of the good things that go along with raising children. But when some of the kids that you have their fathers in their lives and the other ones don't, or some don't, maybe one does, maybe the other one doesn't, maybe, if let's say you have 4 kids, 3 baby dads, 4 baby dads, whatever, it's rough when, I know situations where none of the fathers are in the children's lives, and then I know some situations where maybe 1 or 2 of the kids are, 1 or 2 of the kids have the fathers in their lives or whatever. But we're not just talking about fathers, we're talking about the other parents. I'm just using fathers as an example. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough on the kids because a whole lot of questions get answered. Like, how come where's my dad? How come my dad don't do this? What's going on? And it's hard for the parent, the custodial parent, because they have to try to work this situation out and make sure that everybody feels loved, nobody feels left out. It's rough on the kids too, because kids love each other. They love their brothers and sisters, and they don't want to see them being left out. So sometimes it seems like when you have the best of both worlds, you have the mom, you have the dad, even though they don't live together. You see your brother or your sisters not having that in their lives, and you don't want to seem so separated and more privileged than they are. It's rough for all parties involved. So we're going to get into that tonight. This is deep. This is real deep, you know what I'm saying? Get at the Urban Therapy with Son show tonight, May 11th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 347-677-1533. Once again, the number to call is area code 347-677-1533. Or you can listen to us live on the website, blogtalkradio.com/Son752. blogtalkradio.com/Son752. get at us tonight. And I'll holler at y'all later. If you don't if you don't catch the broadcast tonight, make sure you check out the rebroadcast. Get at us though. You don't want to miss that. Alright?